I decided that I did like suffering, so I decided to recake my yarn, and as you can see, it was a little bit of a struggle. Not only did my son manage to undo the cake, he also kind of managed to knot it up a little bit, which not a huge deal. Most of them I was able to just kind of work out, but the worst part was that it was kind of all twisted together, and trying to untwist it was a little tricky because this yarn really likes to stick to itself. So I had to work kind of in small sections. Just this one skein took me almost an hour to untangle and recake because I kept having to stop to undo these little knots and tangles. But overall, an hour is not too bad for how much yarn was left, and there was so much more yarn left in this skein than I thought there was. And after a little while of doing this, I did get kind of smart and started pulling longer sections out to wind at a time. If I kind of unwound them and laid them in a pile, I could wind the yarn up a little bit easier, but if I untangled too much yarn at a time, it would just catch on itself and make an even bigger mess. So that was fun. I also had kind of high hopes that when I got to this point, I would just be able to leave it and wind it straight from this little middle section of the cake, and that did not work. I had to pull it all out and wind it from there. I couldn't leave it in the little middle section where it had been previously wound into a cake. That was unfortunate because that took a while. There was quite a bit left in that middle section that wasn't tangled. The worst part of this all is that my new cake is not center pull to my project, so yay.